Hello everybody, I am Samuel from Team the Dragon Team here today, and welcome to Pokemon TCG Online Expanded Format Monday, where each and every single Monday we take a look at a deck within the expanded format and play a game with it. Most of the time it will be a somewhat competitive deck. It will probably be either a Tier 1 or Tier 2 deck maybe. Sometimes we'll do a more fun deck, but oh well. This is a deck that used to be competitive for a long time, and that is Blastoise, Keldeo, Black Kyurem. Well, this used to be a very competitive deck. It was a main archetype for a long time. And then, well, Drudagon came out and just kind of made it not as relevant anymore because basically with the DCE, it just kind of one-shots Black Kyurem once you take a knockout with Black Kyurem. So, yeah. It kind of stinks that that happened, but, you know, oh well. But that was not the big thing that pretty much hurt Blastoise. And the main thing that hurt Blastoise was honestly the rotation of Level Ball and Tropical Beaches along with Seismitoad. If just those two things came out of the format, Blastoise may be relevant now with Dive Ball in the format because search your deck for Water Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand, which is really good since we have a lot of Water Pokemon in this deck. Now, Blastoise will not be relevant again because will probably not be as relevant as it used to be. Simply because number one, like I said, Beach is out of the format. Once during your turn, each player's turn, that player may draw until he or she has 7 cards in his or her hand. If he or she does, that player's turn ends. So, yeah, that kind of. So without Beach in the format, Blastoise is kind of, stop being as competitive, and so basically says no to rare candy, and you kind of need rare candy to start attacking ASAP. So this deck is not as relevant as it used to be, unfortunately. It's still It's still, I think, a somewhat relevant deck in expanded format because you'll still see this every now and then in the expanded format. You'll probably be able to win a league challenge with this. Maybe I think I have seen one or two people play this in top 32 when it was against day 2 that people were playing expanded format decks. I see one or two people play Blastoise because Blastoise is still fairly good. Another thing that gives this deck a hard time is that with Black Kyurem you're hitting 200 damage, which basically said you're getting rid of everything in the format. Nowadays you're not knocking out everything. You're really not. This is another thing that gives this deck problems. You're pretty much knocking out everything but Megas, and Megas are becoming more and more popular. With Muscle Band, though, I do play a 1 Muscle Band in here. You are one-shotting Mega Gardevoir and Mega Manectric, which are probably going to be more the 2 more popular ones in the format, but you're still going to have a hard time with other ones that are getting popular as well, like Mega Aggron, Mega Kyogre, Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon, and stuff like that. Also, you can't one-shot Mega Gengar either, which is somewhat relevant-ish, and same thing with Kangaskhan. You won't be able to one-shot those, unfortunately, which is what this deck very much relies on. So this deck is no longer as competitive as it used to be, even in the expanded, because of how much good Megas there are. And Wheeler also has 250 HP. You're probably not going to see that too often, but oh well. And that's why Keldeo and Mewtwo are important in this deck. Keldeo is basic. You're probably almost never going to one-shot these with this, but you can, put a lot of damage on it. It is 50 for each water, so even if you put like 50 for every water on this Pokemon. Secret Sword does. Most people use it for its Russian ability, which is good, but we're also going to be using it as an attacker. It is a good attacker, and it does 50 for every water onto it, and if you put like all 8 water on it, I believe you're doing, let's see, 110 with 3, 130, 150, 170, 190. You're doing 210. You're still not knocking out most of the Megas. And those well, the Muscle Band, I guess you could, but putting 8 water in a Keldeo. That's not going to happen every day. That's probably almost never going to happen, that you're putting 8 water in a Keldeo. So, yeah, that's the idea. For those who have never seen a Blastoise deck before, I'm going to help you a little bit with that as well. What the idea behind Blastoise is, use Blastoise's ability to deluge. Once during your turn, you may attach as many water energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Give this often as you like, so you can just go deluge all that bunch of water onto Keldeo and by Kyurem. So basically, you can attach 4 or 5 energy, or 3 to 5 energy on a Black Kyurem, if not more, and then attach a lightning and do 200 damage. I have done it several times where I have done it many times where I just where one of my Pokemon gets knocked out or Black Kyurem gets out, and I just get another one, attach lightning energy, put 3 more water onto it, and I just go from there. So yeah, you guys have the deck idea. Mewtwo is also good to counter other people's Mewtwo's, and he's just good in general. 20 for each, 20 times the damage, the amount of energy attached to this Pokemon to defending Pokemon, so you can get some really good damage with that. So yeah, let's look at the other stuff we have in the deck. We have 2 Dive Ball, 1 Level Ball just for the Electrode line, because we do need to have the nice little draw power halfway throughout the game. Once you return before you attack, you may draw cards until you have 4 cards in your hand, which is a pretty nice ability. We played 2 Rare Candy because Toad is relevant. We also played 2 War Turtle, so we played 4 2-3 line, and 2 Rare Candy as well. Play Starling Megaphone for Garbodor, Professor's Letter for getting water energy. We only play 3 Superior Energy Retrieval, so we can get our waters back, because we play Lysander's Trump card to get all our water and our energy retrievals back, so yeah. We played 2 VS Seekers, so I search our main supporters, because we do have a bunch. We have a 3 and 3 Juniper. Normally we want to play 4 of each, but we have 3 Tropical Beach as well. So yeah, play 3 Scouts to search for our beaches and balls and items and rare candies and whatnot. I also kind of want to put a teammates in here, but I don't know. Maybe you want to take out a Squirtle for teammates, but that's up to you. Also play an Archie's Ace in the Hole. You can only play this card when it's the last card in your hand, but when you do, put a Pokemon, water Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench, then draw 5 cards. You know? So we can just get a Blastoise right then and there onto it. So that's nice. That is nice. So we can just kind of forego Rare Candies all. We're not going to do this every single game. We're probably going to only get this out every one of 5 games, but still nice to have at least a 1 of in this deck, I believe. Maybe you should probably put either this or a Lysander's Trump card, but I don't know. We play 2 Lightning, 8 water line, and we play 1 Muscle Band, just so we can get like 220 damage if need be. We also play 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Level Ball, 2 Ultra Ball, 2 Diet Ball, 1 Level Ball to search for stuff. Yeah, that's the deck. Yeah, I think I talked about this deck long enough. Most of you people know what this deck does by now. Sorry for taking so long. Save, yada yada yada. And let's get right into it. See if we can get a competitive game. Alright, let's play a game with it. Now, this is actually my favorite deck, one of my favorite decks of all time. A deck that my first actually competitive deck other than Garchomp. This is my first Tier 1 deck that I ever played. So I've had my most success I've ever had with this deck, so looks like we're playing against a kind of rough seas Aurous deck. Any damage to your opponent's deck by... Ooh, that's actually kind of interesting. I don't think this is... Opponent's also playing Poliwrath. So, yeah, we're just playing a fun deck, and I'm playing competitive deck, so I think we might have fun with this. I'm gonna Dive Ball for a Squirtle. And do I want a Level Ball for... I'm gonna Level Ball for a And we do have a one liner there, and apparently we do have a War Turtle prize. Let's look through the deck to see what else we prized. One, two. Apparently, we also prized a superior energy retrieval. That's interesting. Apparently, we also prized a lightning energy as well. Alright, so we're gonna get a Voltorb out. Maybe we should probably play the other one instead, but I'm playing this mostly because I'm lazy and don't have yet to take it out for anything. I'm probably going to go for Keldeo in this deck to against this matchup, because another thing I like about Keldeo is that if your opponent is playing a non-EX type of deck, Keldeo is really good for those decks because you can just load 4 or 5 energy onto that and just one-shot everything. Because more often than not, a non-EX attacker is not going to have more than 150 HP. So for the most part, you'll be able to one-shot them. Opponent gets a few baby Aurous in play, and it's gonna pass from there. I'm gonna put my. I don't want to put my beach down because my opponent only has 3 cards in hand, so I'm kind of hesitant on that front. So I think at the same time, if I don't get anything off this Colress, I can always fall back on that. Sure, my opponent may be getting stuff if like I do get what I need, but if I get something like this, I have something to fall back on. I'm just gonna get Squirtle, just in case my opponent tries to do something funny with a Lysander. Alright, so I won't be able to attack this turn, and doesn't seem very likely to be able to attack the next turn either. I mean, I'll be able to get like a Colress or something. My opponent has a Poliwrath in play, finishing blow. Probably going to hit me for 70. That actually is somewhat relevant. Probably going to Colress for 6. Not bad to get, honestly. I could also level ball here, Dawes Machine for a level ball here, but I'm decided against doing so. Opponent just decides to pass. Another thing you can do with this deck, you can just take out the Mewtwo and just put a heavy ball so you don't have to play a single Ultra Ball, which would be nice actually. It's not a bad option, it really isn't. I'm gonna get rid of the beach and a War Turtle. Maybe we should have also got rid of those lightning energy because I don't think those would be too relevant here. Yeah, maybe get rid of those lightning energy was the better play. And surprisingly enough, I still have much going for me. I don't have any water energy. I don't see me drawing into those, which is a bit of a bummer. Not gonna lie. My opponent will probably be able to steamroll me here for about a bunch of damage. I'm kind of glad my opponent got rid of my beach there because I don't think I'll need my beach at all for the rest of this game. I could be wrong, and it seems like I might be a bit wrong here. Evolve. Put down the black Kyurem, and where do I attach? I'm going to attach this water. Deluge this water into the Keldeo. That's the obvious play, I believe. But where do I put the muscle band? I think I put the muscle band. Should put the muscle band here. I'm not going to use my Lysander just yet, just in case I draw like a better supporter. I do not though, which kind of stinks. There's any water onto it, so I'm heading for 100. Deluge. So I'm hitting for 100. I'm not getting a knockout here. I'm hitting for 130, which is just 10 shy of a knockout. So I think I'm going to bring up the Aurous, because might as well just use the supporter now, and I just get a perfect knockout there. I'm fine with that. Opponent's going to teammates here, kind of walked right into that. I wish I played. I really do think maybe I should take out the 4th Squirtle for teammates. But that's just my opinion. Opponent gets a balls there. Puts energy there. Hits me for 80. Now the Aurous will be a bit of an issue simply due to the fact that oh I accidentally attacked without doing anything else. That was an accident on my part. I actually meant to do something else. Great. Greedy bunch. Opponent actually retreats to a Suicune. I think my opponent figured he would not be able to knock me out there, so I think that's why my opponent did such a thing. Yeah, I pretty much wasted my last turn because I just straight up attacked, even though I should not have. But that's fine, I guess. I'm gonna deluge onto the Blastoise. Just power that up. And I'm gonna be a Seeker here for the Lysander once again, because I do not want to deal with the Aurous thing. It definitely hurts this deck a bit, not even gonna lie. Because well, it hurts this deck because especially the way I'm gonna be playing it right now against this deck, is because I'll be mostly using Blastoise and Keldeo as my main attackers right now, and they rely on stuff that adds more damage to them. Now, the problem with my opponent right now, actually maybe I should have Lysandered up the Poliwrath, but at the same time I feel like the big problem here is the Aurous and how annoying those things can be. I do not know what to do here, I really don't. I think I'm just going to Skyla here, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to... I honestly do not know what I'm Skyling for. I really don't. I think I'm going to get a... I don't know what I'm getting. I really don't. What should I get? Just Trump card, I guess? So I get VS Seeker for later? I do have... I prized the VS Seeker, apparently. No, you already used one, so... I think I'm going to retreat here. So I can knock it out. I'm going to get rid of the Squirtle and the Kyurem, because I don't think I'll be needing those guys the rest of this game too much. I'm going to deluge to the Blastoise, and I'll be hitting for the... I'm actually going to mana draw here real quick. And I get an Ultra Ball, I don't really need that. I'm going to Hydro Pump for the knockout here. And I'm pretty much knocking out everything my opponent's board, with the exception of a few things. My opponent's going to be attacking with, well, it's going to end me. That's fine. Another thing I like about Electro is because it just negates N. Pretty much straight out. Opponent's going to do a lot of damage. Oh, my opponent just gives up. That was odd. I want to see that to make sure my opponent did give up. My opponent did concede the game. I don't know why my opponent conceded the game there. I honestly do not, but I think the writing was more or less on the wall anyway. At that point, I would have definitely have Lysandered up the Suicune, even though my Blastoise would probably have gone down the following turn. I would not have minded that. I would have been able to start attacking with Keldeo without any Suicune shenanigans. I knocked out his Aurous previously, and which would have been a great annoyance early on, later on. And I'm just trying to get rid of the Suicune as early as possible too. So I definitely would have gone down for the Suicune. He probably would have been able to knock out my Blastoise. Probably would have been able to knock out my Blastoise eventually. and I would have responded with Keldeo, and I probably would have no problems from there. But that's what I think and I speculate would have happened. But since he gave up, we really don't know what had happened for sure. But it looked very much so like I would have had the game. So yeah, that's just... So yeah, MU15 the Dragon Tamer. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Please like, subscribe for further content. And please like, subscribe, all that silly stuff. And I'll see you guys next time.